Hey everyone, it's Audrey here. So it is this December. I feel like it's December. It's kind of, I guess, where my mind is today. So it is November 26, 2014. Today I kind of feel like it's the first day that I can physically breathe a little bit easier for the first time in probably at least a year. But my husband, as everybody who might read my blog or watch my videos knows, my husband 3 years ago had a cancerous tumor removed from his abdomen. So he had to go every 6 months to get CAT scans just to make sure that everything still looked good, everything still looked clear. And last November, very early November, they found a fuzzy spot on his CAT scan. And I remember his doctor at the time not being concerned about it, and it seemed like it had showed up on a CAT scan prior to that, but my husband had heard about it for the first time at the November appointment when he had the CAT scan. And I mean, the doctor is pretty honest. He's like, listen, I don't think it's anything. I just but I want you to come back in 3 months so we can CAT scan you again, make sure it's not getting bigger, and we'll just kind of proceed like that. So my husband went back in February, and still, it wasn't changing size. It was still staying in that same size. And then he went back, this summer, and again, it wasn't changing any size, but it was still showing up on every CAT scan. Now, my husband also developed a hernia from the surgery that he had 3 years ago. So my husband, for the last, goodness, quite literally 2 years, has had a small watermelon, like a ball, right on his abdomen. So it would look like he had like a big pot belly from the side, like a little pregnant belly, but it was a hernia. It was gigantic. And he never complained about it. That's kind of how my husband is. Never complained about it, but I could tell it bothered him. I mean, absolutely. His clothes fit differently because the rest of his body was on like the thin side, but he had this big thing protruding from his belly. So he decided on his own this summer that he wanted to get it fixed. They were going to put a mesh. They were going to fix it. So he talked to one of the doctors at Dana-Farber, and she said, listen, I'll go in, I'm going to fix your hernia, and while we're in there, let's just do a biopsy of the fuzzy spot that we've been monitoring for the last, almost for the last year. So that was the surgery that my husband had on November 13th, 2 weeks ago. So he went in, they fixed the hernia, and then she came out and said to me that they found a fuzzy spot. They did find the spot that they had been monitoring. She goes, I took it right out. And while we were in there, she said, I also saw a little spot the size of like a pea. So I took that right out too. So they're both out. She said, probably take like 7 to 10 days for the pathology report to come back. She said, I don't feel like you have to worry, but, as a doctor, you can never say 100% until you get these reports back. So she goes, let's just wait for the pathology report. So that was 2 weeks ago. So today, my husband and I've been a nervous wreck since he discovered that he had this tumor 3 years ago. But I don't know, for the last year, to know that you kind of don't know what something is. I have been like a nervous wreck. It's kind of been one of those things that's always been on the back of my mind, but something that, you can't focus on. You can't allow your life to be run by it, but I um I have become almost, you just become almost programmed and almost obsessed to letting your mind, think about it and wanting it to be okay. And so when they biopsied it 2 weeks ago, I remember like leaving the hospital thinking, at least they're out. Like they're gone. They're not in there anymore. There's no more having to like worry about this spot potentially, getting bigger in size. But it was out. So my husband and I went this morning. I was so nervous to go because I knew we were going to get the results back, but everything was perfect. Everything was clear. It was scar tissue as to what they thought it was a year ago. And, it's just like relief. Relief has set in, like just relief. And I feel like for the first time in a year, and like just in regards to my husband's health, I can breathe. Like I can actually breathe. And I think as women, obviously I'm a woman, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. You do so much, and you keep yourself so busy, and you see people complaining about so much in life, and at the end of the day, all that matters is that you have your health and that you're happy. That's it. The two H's, health and happiness. And I left today, and it probably hasn't even sunken in because, oh my goodness, I've known that this appointment was before Thanksgiving, and I just really wanted to go and get a great, great, great report, and we did. And I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful. And I feel like I can breathe. And I just wanted to sit and do this video. I mean, look, I have no makeup on today. I literally did not even wear any makeup this morning because my hand was shaking so much. I quite literally didn't even trust myself putting on any kind of eye makeup. But yeah, I feel like I could probably clap. You know, it's been a long 2 weeks. So it's been a long year thinking about this. So today I'm taking a deep breath. I'm smiling, counting, the blessings that you have in your life. And just know that, every moment you have on earth and every moment you have with the people you love, that's a blessing. That's a blessing right there. And not that I need that reminder, because I do know that and I feel that and I live that way. But it's days like this where you really, truly, I embrace that even more. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. May all of you count your blessings. And goodness, this has been a long video. I'm sorry it was so long. But I am going to go put my feet up, sit on the couch, and breathe.